Hello everyone, thank you for coming today. My name is Matthew Fries, and today I'm going to be giving you a demonstration how to tape a hockey stick. Although it may seem like a simple demonstration, it is actually going to be a dissection of all of the different materials that are needed to tape a stick. The pieces that are produced, manufactured, and sold to consumers that make the simple task of taping a hockey stick possible. My first goal for this presentation is that my viewers will be able to walk away with a little bit of knowledge about the simple game of hockey and how to tape a hockey stick, which is one of the most basic things that you will need to know if you were ever to play hockey. But my ultimate goal is that my viewers will be able to see how the business world and the hockey world, how they intersect and mutually benefit one another through the different products that have to be purchased by hockey players in order for hockey to be a sport and in order for small businesses to be in business. So a little bit of background information about myself to give my presentation credibility is I grew up playing hockey for 18 years. I played at almost every level except the professional level and have ended my hockey career playing hockey at UAF. Although my desire was hockey growing up, I had a strong passion for business, and I thought that might be a good reason for us to do this presentation and to show how the two exclusively work together. Growing up in business, I loved the spirit of entrepreneurship. At 5 years old, I thought it was a good idea to start a rock selling company, where I would pick up rocks off the ground and sell them to people. I figured it was a pretty good profit margin to pick up a rock for 0 cents and sell it for 50 cents. And unfortunately, my only buyer was my mother, and my company shortly went out of business after that. So, to further ado, I'm going to now demonstrate how to tape a hockey stick. The first thing you do is you need 3 pieces. You need the wax, you need the tape, and you need the stick. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tape the handle of the stick, which is where your hand goes. I'm going to start about 6 inches down, and I'm just going to wrap it up to the top of the handle. And at the top of the handle, I'm going to make a couple extra loops around the stick, which creates a little bit of a hold for your hand, so while you're holding your stick, your hand doesn't slip off the back of the stick. Then I'm going to flip the stick, and I'm going to tape the blade. Now, there's different ways to tape the blade, and I'm going to start at the toe of the blade, and I'm going to tape it from the toe down to the heel. The reason I'm choosing to do it this way versus from the heel to the toe is because if you do it this way, the overlap goes over itself, and therefore it doesn't create any friction as the puck rolls off of the blade, and it doesn't catch on its overlap. So now that I'm done with that, I will break the tape off. And there's one last piece, and that is the wax. The wax just adds a little bit of extra grip on the blade for the puck, which allows for easier puck control. Now, I use the analogy of a snowflake for taping your stick, because there are many different ways to tape your stick, and no 2 people tape their stick alike. There's different kinds of tape, there's different kinds of wax, and there's different styles and patterns to tape your stick. This is personally how I've always done it, but it doesn't mean it's the right way. Alright, now that I'm done with that, I want to conclude and reiterate what I talked about at the beginning with how taping a stick has anything to do with business. If you can see, there are 3 different components with taping your stick. There's wax that is produced, manufactured, and sold by a certain company. There's tape, which is manufactured, sold by a different company. And then there's the hockey stick, which is sold by a completely different company as well. It may seem like a simple concept, but I think that we can conclude that without the game of hockey, small businesses that just make hockey tape or just make hockey wax or just make hockey sticks would not be able to be in existence today. Likewise, I think we can conclude that hockey wouldn't be in existence today if it weren't for small businesses like these that allow supplies to be able to do simple things like taping a hockey stick. So thank you all for listening today, and I look forward to presenting again in a couple weeks about intangible ways that business and hockey coexist.